for stopping by. I'm back for what I hope is a quick one. It's like the first, well, maybe the last couple days, or the first, well, maybe the last 3 days are the first like hot days of the year. We went from winter to summer in just a few days. I went 6 months without wearing shorts, and now we're back. It's shorts time. I was gonna do 5 records, like newer current releases, 2019, 2020, some, you know, hot bangers. But I'm waiting on a couple things. So that's gonna have to wait, hopefully, till next time. So I don't have a theme. I'm doing basically just some recent spins things, just for what the hell. You know, what the hell to all of them. And one of them is a new release from 2020. Otherwise, it's just a weird mix of stuff that I listen to not in the quarantine times. I do have, if you are feeling sick, I do have Lysol. I've heard that, you know, this will disinfect your lungs or whatever. So you can help yourself to that. You can also help yourself to some snacks. I'm not quite as fully stocked as the last time you were here, but there's plenty of stuff to go around. And I'm drinking something called Mama's Little Yellow Pills from Oscar Blues, which is from Colorado, I believe. Not really my favorite, but you know, not bad. And it gives me an excuse for the first time ever, I think. Well, the first time I've ever used it. This is a glass that actually is designed for pills. So it's kind of like channeling my inner wine bender. Because, you know, Eric has a different glass for every drink. I do not. Yeah. So no chart topping hits this time. I'll save that for next time. Just gonna show 5 records. You know, whatever. This is something from 1996. It's a supergroup of sorts called Butter 08, and this is a self-titled release. If you don't know Butter 08, this is like a one-off, I'm gonna call it a supergroup, but it's kind of a one-off project. I think that, well, I guess I should tell you who's in it. It's basically Chibomato. So it's Miho and Yuka Honda from Chibomato, and then Russell Simmons from John Spencer Blues Explosion, and then Rick Lee, guitarist that for the band Skeleton Key. I think that Russell Simmons and Chibomato were screwing around when they were recording for Viva La Woman. And then somehow the tapes from that screwing around got to, I can't remember now, one of the Beastie Boys, because this is on Grand Royal, Beastie Boys label. And then when, I think it was Michael Diamond, but I could be wrong. And then, so he basically signed them to Grand Royal to put out this record. I don't know if there's any, I don't know if it was ever any indication they were gonna do more. Sean Lennon also guests on this record. Does a keyboard solo on one of the songs. Yeah, so it's kind of, it's a little punky, a little funky, a little both maybe at times. Some of the songs are a little bit more abrasive, and then other songs are kind of in line with like a mid-90s like like not too far off from something that you might hear on like alternative radio in the mid 90s. Some of the songs, but others are like kind of way out there. It's a little bit of jamming. It's hard to argue with an album that the last song is called Butterfucker, and so it really is. It's hard to argue with an album that's gonna go there. And Dick Sirius, you know.
Was the butter of 69?
It makes me down, down, down. Makes me down.
I was inside, going outside. I was feeling fine in the night fire. Outside, out of mind. Was the butter of 69?
I have to turn on my air conditioning. This is getting a little ridiculous. This is something a lot of people have shown, especially around the time this came out. A lot of people showed this in the VC. Came out in 2016. It's from kind of an anonymous Swedish psychedelic group called Goat. This is the album Requiem. Again, came out in 2016. There's a wide range of, these are the inner sleeves, wide range of instrumentation and influences. Very like a lot of global or world music influences ranging from African, Middle Eastern, and Asian. Some of the longer cuts are more like hypnotic jams. It is psychedelic. It really couldn't sound much less Swedish. I'm not fully up on the lore of Goat. This came out, this came out on Sub Pop 2016. This is really good, but most of you already know that. Next, I have the 2019, this is a 2019 reissue of a 1996 album that was originally released on Sub Pop Records. This is Scud Mountain Boys. The album is called Massachusetts. This is Joe Pernice, who went on to be to do the Pernice Brothers and Chappaquiddick Skyline and other stuff. Pernice Brothers still release music to this day. I think this is the Scud Mountain Boys' last record until I think they did a reunion and put out one album. This is, so 1996, this is their third record. They put out 2 records in 1995 on a small label and were signed to Sub Pop, and they're it's kind of a lot of hype around. They put out this record and then they broke up. So they put out this record originally on Sub Pop and then broke up. The hype sticker, which has typos on it, so you know you're getting a good quality product. An intense, sparse, acoustic, and melancholic melodiousness album. That's what it says. That fits into the alt-country movement with bands like Uncle Tupelo, Whiskey Town, Palace Brothers, and Lamb Chop. I don't think this is very much like Whiskey Town. It's not really a lot like any of those, but it is light country rock, Americana, if you will. I really like Joe Pernice's songwriting, so I like pretty much everything that he does. Yeah, this is a really good record. It's good, Mountain Boys, Massachusetts. And actually this, so the typos on the hype sticker aside, the pressing is actually quite good. It's a nice pressing, I think. Next, this is something from 2014. It's just something I hadn't listened to in a while. It's, it was released on Merge. The group is called Hospitality, and this is their second album, which is called Trouble. I think this is signed by the singer, Amber Papini. I think, could be wrong. So this is a band out of Brooklyn. I think that their debut record came out just a year or two before this. They kind of had a lot of hype coming onto the scenes, and then, you know, I think even before that, they had an EP before that first record, were signed to Merge Records, and then put out that record and this record in a 2-year span, and they haven't done anything since as far as Hospitality. This is an indie pop, female lead that Amber Papini, that I mentioned, who apparently signed this. This is pretty good. I feel like I really like this when I first heard it. I still like it. This is a good record, but maybe not as much as I did initially, I would say, possibly. I don't know. I'm just putzing around here showing cardboard sleeves.
It was a perfect day for planes in the sky. What I saw, the red stripes and silver shining into your bluest sky. I saw the smoke and soot fall down by the river I was.
One more. This is a 2020 release. I don't remember when it came out. A couple months ago, I think. This is Isabel Campbell's new record called There Is No Other. Isabel Campbell, she came onto the scene as a member of the band Belle and Sebastian. I think, is it only the first 2 records or the first 3 records? She was an early member of Belle and Sebastian. Many people maybe know her from her collaborations with Mark Lanigan from the Screaming Trees or whatever. And then she has some, I think 1, 2, she has a couple other solo records. She had a project called Gentle Waves. This is her first solo album in 13 years, according to the hype sticker. And it's very good. It's kind of a 60s, 70s, you know, psychedelic folk pop record. Kind of has, I think you see a lot of people say like a Laurel Canyon thing. You know, she's from Glasgow, from Scotland, as Belle and Sebastian are, but I believe that she lives in Southern California now. And so this really has an odd Southern California feel, and her like almost whispery vocals. Can I open this? I rather like this this packaging. This is on Cooking Vinyl, so this is a UK release, I believe, or at least a European release. Yeah. It's a European release. This has inner sleeve, has words. If somebody wants this, they can have it. So definitely if you like Isabel Campbell, you're gonna be all over this. You do have to kind of, like, her voice is sometimes like distant. I don't know how to explain it. I will say that there is a cover of the Tom Petty song "Running Down a Dream," which seems like a bad idea, but it's actually not bad. You know, covering hugely popular songs sometimes is not a great move, but I think it works. It's different enough. Yeah. I'll if I can, I'll put a little bit of that "Running Down a Dream" at the end, just so you can. I feel like that's like, it's gonna maybe like it's gonna draw some people in, but it's not really super representative of the record as a whole. Anyway, Isabel Campbell. There is no other.
Every now and then outside and in here, when things get crazy, nothing I can do, say, or even think, you still amaze me. Still I toss and turn and I can't sleep at night, no. Fall to my knees when I can't breathe, Jesus, don't go with the flow.
Just to show you the hype sticker, if I can get it to focus. There you go. I'm hopeful that next time around I'll do something that's more a video with somewhat of a theme, like of newer things. If not, it'll be something like this again. Did I offer you Lysol? You know? You gotta clean out your lungs. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Cheers.
Was a beautiful day. Sun beat down. Had the radio on. I was driving. Trees flew by. Me and I was singing. Later run away. I was flying. Running down a dream that never would come to me. Working on a mystery, going wherever it leads. Running down a dream.